So with our handsome Mr. C, this is a really important game that I'd recommend for all the boys that are attending the program. So remember how a lot of times when we're working with our puppies, we become the end of fun. So we end up taking the items they shouldn't be eating for safety reasons, but it turns into we become again the swipers. So if let's say your puppy's grabbing for acorns, for mulch, for sticks, for bunny poop, whatever it might be, and you're constantly taking those things away, I'm not saying that we want our puppies to consume them, but remember that from their perspective, we're always taking things from them. So we may by accident create gulping behavior. So they go and swallow something whole to try to keep us from taking it. Or for example, they might become a little bit more overwhelmed with resource guarding. Oh, Ebba, don't yell at the fly. It's okay. So there's a little fly in the building, and Ebba says maybe if I squeal at it, he'll fly away. So with Mr. C right now, he is enjoying a little bit of a hoof. So if, for example, ready, Charlie, you might do a little find it, nice. So if, for example, sometimes your puppies might get little pieces off, I like to do what I just did right there was a quick little exchange. So I would ask him to do a find it to replace the original behavior, which might be later down the road, drop it or out. But remember, a lot of times for puppies, if we go right into creating conflict by mistake, like swiping and being intimate in their face, we can sometimes set up that moment for resource guarding or something similar. So while Mr. C is enjoying one of those chews, I want to practice getting him to think it's okay to disengage from the item. So I'm going to go, Charlie, ready, find it, and get him to bounce back and forth through either sometimes food reinforcements for disengagement, or let's say he's mid chew or playing with one of the toys, grab for another toy nearby or in the pile and get him to exchange one chew or one item for another toy. So this toy exchange, so ready, we might go into, ready, Charlie, what's this? Get him to go from one thing to another. You'll notice that at no point do the toys leave or move from the environment. So the benefit of that is allows your puppy to go from one thing to another and exchange between the items. We tend to go, and again, with the no-no items, take them away. So drop it and give starts to turn into, I'm going to take it away. So we want to be cautionary that our going near doesn't equal the end of fun, because then it might turn into when they grab something dangerous and you try to go nearby, they're going to run away or try to take it and gulp it. And we want them to think that when we approach, I really love doing this game, especially too when they're working on a chew or something of value, is the approach and then disengage. So we might, for example, my puppy's enjoying a chew. We were working a little bit with this exchange earlier too today. So I might go ahead, approach, and then go ahead, toss a few snacks, and then disengage. So what I'm practicing with Mr. C is my approach does not mean I'm taking the item away. It doesn't mean that I'm coming to startle you and try to exchange right then and there. So I want him to think that when I approach, it starts to equal, gee, maybe her coming nearby is not such a bad idea. So again, I'm going to approach again, go right into another little moment where I toss some food at him, and then wander away. So this way, as I'm approaching the puppy when they have something, I don't start to overwhelm them and make them feel frazzled or flustered and think that, oh gosh, here she comes again and she's going to take something away from me. So I sometimes also would like to go ahead and practice where he might be enjoying the item and I might go, ready, Charlie, find it, and go right into a nice big paycheck for disengaging from the high value item. This way, Mr. C can start practicing moving from something he finds appealing and then redirecting onto another item. So we might go, Charlie, ready? And we might go right into some playing. So that way we could go from working on shoes to now we're doing a little bit of engagement through play between him and myself. And remember that if you become kind of the bringer of fun, you become something he'd like to check in with and maybe work towards when there are harder distractions, or harder environments to deal with. Nice job, Mr. C. Also, I know I didn't really get into it last time, but letting your puppies also win sometimes, catching the critter. So let's say he caught it, what a good boy. Then from there, to make it come alive and play again, we'd have to then bring it back on over. So we could go, Charlie, yeah, nice job. And then I might give him a couple snacks for bringing it over. And then from there, I might go, ready, sit, See if I can get that lovely focus. Yes, I could either feed for that beautiful sit, or we could go right into doing some more playing. You ready? Go get it. So now my toy is alive. And again, he's like, hold on, lady, I swear there's more snacks somewhere. So now as the toy becomes alive, it becomes more engaging, more fun. So I want to make sure that as Mr. C is working through that on-off switch, he can still be functional and work through it. So if, again, we're getting so much arousal or excitement out of Mr. C that he's no longer able to chew the toys or redirect onto something else, we want to make sure that he's not getting so jazzed or overtired that we might actually create the overexuberance or mouthy behaviors in general. So right here, again, I might go, ready, Charlie, drop. Yes, feed for that, nice, good job. Then we might go, you ready? And then I'm gonna say, go get it. And now the toy is again alive and wiggling. So remember, play with you, really great venue for building confidence and resilience, but also this rapport. And then also making sure that you yourselves are not the ones getting nibbled on or eaten. Because as puppies obviously figure out the world, they start to realize that humans maybe don't always love the mouthiness on them. Yes. But maybe onto an item like a toy or a chew is a much more appropriate release for that gnawing behavior he'd like to do. So nice. The toy is alive again. We're wrestling. He's doing a real nice job. Oh, good dance moves there. So right here, as he catches it, we might go into again. Ready? Charlie. Yes, nice. So I like to sometimes break up the play with a little check-in. We might go back into another little find it. I might even plop this toy off in the distance because he does tend to like the ones that we can play with together. But now I want to see if I can let him go play with another chew and practice some of these scenarios where he notices something in the environment and then we can redirect to another item. So now he's found, of course, like the Nylabone product, which is another great one. So as he's enjoying it, you can either go and again feed over the source like I mentioned. So you could be practicing moving in your environment. Maybe this is your kitchen, your living room. He's got a chew or his dog food or something. And then you could go walking by and go again, toss a few at him, and then walk away again. So now we're building up value that getting some reinforcement as he's enjoying something else is not you coming to bombard him. Okay, so that's okay, no worries, I'll be right over. So let's say, for example, he's doing a great job with some of these exchanges. We can again rotate through play as well. But he's doing a real nice job. Good job, sir. So I'll give him a little break from this exercise, but he did awesome. So make sure to practice the exchange game before you find that you're saying drop it over and over and your babe is either not responding to drop it or they're finding drop it equals the end of fun. So make sure that if you're finding he is grabbing things in the environment, is to don't forget to, for now, if he's failing in certain zones, it could be that because of us not working the same training setup in different environments, he doesn't get it. So if he only thinks the only time we're doing training or focus on mom or dad is when we have the gear on, then that might be what's confusing him into thinking, oh, when gear is on, that's the only time I can be functional. You'd want to start rotating through these different setups. So sometimes he's wearing just the harness. Sometimes he's wearing the harness and his leash. Sometimes he might be wearing none of the equipment in the house. But always think to yourselves, am I setting my puppy up for success? Or am I by accident helping him learn how to not do something well from our perspective? From his perspective, he might think, you know what, not listening equals amazing, so I should do it more often because it equals more play, more chasing bunnies, more digging in the yard or running away and coming back a few hours later. So remember, whatever your puppy is working on now, they're going to grow into, not grow out of. So right now, I might go again, Charlie, find it, and get him to disengage from the item, and then he can always go right back to it. Then let's say you had to pick up, you might get him up and away, do a few find its, tidy up a little bit, and then take some of the items away for another session. But I wouldn't have everything out and about. This would be a game that I play with him. So that way in the real world situation, let's say he grabs a hand towel or your glove or a shoe, as opposed to playing keep away by chasing him with the item, go right into grabbing for your treat pouch or grab for your treats and shake them around. You can also, in an emergency situation, grab for the food dish, jiggle it around. He'll probably come running for that, and then he either drops the original thing he wasn't supposed to have, or he comes with it. You could exchange it for a food item, a treat, or another appropriate toy and do the exchange. So again, I'm going to just do, again, the approach and disengage. So he's enjoying. I'm going to feed over the source and walk away again. So again, we're boosting up this concept of me coming to visit. Not a bad idea. Nice job, Mr. C. And then again, I can feed him for all these lovely check-ins. Nice job, Charlie. Good work. So we'll tidy up our lovely toy mess, and then we'll see if we can work a few more skills with Mr. C, but he's doing a really nice job. We'll do another little find it. Good job.